My name is Matt.
And I'm Megan.
And welcome to our crib.
On this episode of MTV Cribs, is that how they say it?
I don't know. We're going to show you around, and we're also going to tell you a story about how we got here, because a lot of you have been asking, and we want to tell you. We have nothing to hide, and we're really proud of the journey that it's been taken to get here, so let's get into it. As you can see behind me, this is actually our living room. Now, we lived in another apartment in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we had an opportunity to turn our second bedroom into a game room. And that was the first time that we ever built PCs or had PCs at all. And we wanted to build something unique that we thought the internet would really like and that we got to share space together. Sidetrack, fast forward to now, we get to live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we fell in love with the idea of continuing that high-rise gamer feel, like you're up in the sky in like a gamer paradise. We found this amazing place that we live at now, and whenever we saw this corner apartment, we knew we had to turn the living room into a game room, and here we are. So what you can expect today, I'm gonna go over my setup, all the individual parts. Meg will go over her setup, and then we'll show you the other room that we have that is also game oriented as well. And then again, we're gonna tell you the story of our background along the way, because I think you guys are gonna be interested in hearing that, because we actually came from nothing. We didn't have PCs, didn't have an understanding of anything actually. We both played on consoles growing up, Game Boys, and when we moved in together, we had $0. Actually, we were negative hundreds of thousands of dollars because of school. So it's gonna be a good story, so stick around for that. Okay, we're gonna start with the chair. So this chair was part of a collaboration. It's from DX Racer, and is literally the best chair that I have ever seen or ever had. So it actually has a fan in it and has a heater in it, and it also has massage stuff in here too. I don't even know how to describe it. There's like 8 different points where it will massage you, and it has like a moving lumbar support. It's just so crazy. I've never seen a chair like this, and that was part of a collaboration. Next, I'm gonna talk about the mics. So this is also part of a collaboration that we got to work with Shure microphones. So Shure is actually from the music industry originally, but they're starting to get into the gaming space. And we are gonna maybe be one of the people that get to talk about it in the gaming space. So this is the MV7 Plus. Meg and I both have one of these, and this is a good and big reason to why we don't have echo. I know a lot of you are talking and asking about echo, but the microphones themselves don't solve that problem. So we're gonna be making another video on that later. But generally what you wanna know is that you do not wanna use a compressor microphone, you want a dynamic microphone. You need to be able to adjust the settings so that you can reduce the things within the microphone itself, like the software, and not have to depend on outside things so much. So that's just a little snippet, but let's get into the next part. All right, as you can see, this looks like a crazy command center. So these 2 PC monitors here are part of my gaming PC. I have a bunch of games downloaded and all that fun stuff. The main game that I'm playing right now, and I have for like a year, is Marvel Rivals. Love it or hate it. So there's ups and downs, but it's still really fun. I think it's one of the best games competitively ever made, so we'll see how it really gets to develop over time into like an Overwatch and leagues and everything. This monitor here is for our streaming PC, and as you can see, here are the 2 PCs. Now, you're probably thinking, why do you have a streaming PC and a gaming PC, and why does Meg have one too? Well, when we tried to stream from just my PC, we tried to play games like Battlefield 6, and it just literally would not stream. It wouldn't even run the game. So we knew that we wanted to play games like that. So we knew it was time to reduce the workload on my gaming PC, which was also trying to game and stream, to just give all the streaming capabilities to another PC. So that's a big reason to why we did that, and hence this is where we have this setup. This little gadget here, the Stream Deck, is a big part of the success of the stream too. It lets us change between scenes. And when you have a setup like ours, which is very unique, you have my screen, my camera, Meg's screen, her camera, all these mics, transition scenes, all these kind of things. It helps really be able to navigate that easily without having to hit like OBS and all this other stuff at the same time. This is our camera that we use for streaming. And listen, I do not recommend it. And let me tell you why. This is a Canon EOS M50. It's actually a pretty nice camera, a good starter camera for most people. It could do great videos and photos and things like that. But the problem is there's this one setting that really ruins the experience for streaming. That setting is something so simple, but it's the setting that disables the screen after a certain amount of time. You cannot turn that off. The only option that you have is the maximum time of 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes, our camera will just shut off. It won't keep it on. There's no option to just keep it on all the time. And for that reason alone, which is entirely annoying, we do not recommend these cameras. We'll be working on something else in the future. Maybe just setting up iPhones, honestly. But that's this one right here. This is just a webcam for like, you know, meetings and stuff. And that's just a basic webcam, nothing crazy. We have a little light back here for whenever it's dark. And one of the things that we get comments on a lot is, how do you see if it's so bright and there's so many windows? Well, you know, guys, there's something called blinds, and we have those. They came with the apartment, and we actually use those a lot because, yes, it does get bright, but we do have the capability to lower the blinds and not be blinded whenever we play games. And it's actually midday right now. I can see just fine. I could play perfectly fine right now. So the time that it is really hard to see for me in particular is the mornings because the sun rises over here, so I do shut that one off. I do want to talk about this little setup here. It does look kind of funky. I have a leather mouse pad on the bottom and then a glass one right here. And I got the glass one because the leather mouse pad itself, it was like kind of hard, like my hand was kind of sticking to it and stuff, and I heard someone mention a glass mouse pad, so I got it, and I highly recommend this for gaming. The mouse moves so much smoother and faster. It's a game changer. I have a Razer mouse here. It's actually very good. It's a Viper V2 Pro. Kind of clicky, kind of clacky, but it's really good. And then I have a Keychron keyboard here. I absolutely love this thing. I have my other one that I used before, which was also a Razer one, and it was so loud. It was like mini explosions every time I hit a key, and Meg could hear the keys being hit whenever I was playing a game across the apartment. It was so loud. Really good keyboard. It has all the tech that you need for a good, you know, responsive keyboard in like, you know, quick responsive games like CS:GO and all that stuff. But it was just so loud. This one, much creamier, much nicer, and it does the job just as good too. So this is the one I have right now. It's from Decor. And you cannot forget the hanging Labubu on the microphone stand. You will soon see Meg has many more than me. And then you cannot forget, here, I'm gonna move this phone, our little Smyskis as well. This is one of our favorite things in the entire apartment. This is an actual Red Bull fridge that was sent to us from Red Bull. And of course, they stock us to the brim. We have normal flavor, we have the pink wild berry flavor. We also have the monk fruit flavor, which is like a sugar substitute as well. And we go to some Asian stores a lot, so they have like Chinese Red Bulls, which don't have any carbonation, which I prefer. I don't like carbonation, call me crazy, I don't care. So we have that fully stocked. This is probably one of our most favorite things in the entire apartment.
Next up, before we get to mine, we have Pierre's setup. He's our cat. This is Pierre. Say hi. And he's very responsive on command. And he also has his own little chair and his little laptop and his little table that's like perfect for his little setup. And he likes to sit with us whenever we game.
Say hi, buddy.
You're just the cutest little kitty.
Good boy.
And now we have my setup. I have a Blacklight gaming chair. This was also a collaboration. Thank you, Blacklight, for this. It is a pink and black chair, and the funny thing is that when we first installed this chair, Matt put the thing on backwards, so I literally tried to lean back in it because it's supposed to have like the really far like lean back, and the chair entirely fell over. I almost knocked my PC over. It was like actually really bad. And for the longest time, I didn't realize like it was on backwards, and that's why it was like that until recently we fixed it, and now I can lean back all the way, and it's like pretty crazy, and it's actually a really nice chair, so I really like it. I have my mic stand with all of my Labubus. I only put the ones that match my setup here, so it's like all pink, peach, and like bright colored pink themed Labubus here. I have all my other ones like in different spots. So I have that. I have my Shure mic also, but in white. And then I have my headphones. We use the DT990 Pro, and these are really great headphones. They're like music quality ones, and so I really like these. I also have my Scuff controller. I got this a long time ago when we were only playing on Xbox, and I really like this. This was like the first like really nice controller that I got. Really nice gaming anything that I got, and so I still use it to this day because I use it for Fortnite because I learned to play on controller, and I think it's easier to still play on controller. So a little bit about us is we actually met in college. I was 18 at the time. Matt was 21. He was a few years older than me and older in school. I was a freshman at the time, and for the I guess like half of freshman year for me, we were just really good friends, and so we hung out a lot. We really liked, you know, hanging out and stuff, and then we started dating after that. And so yeah, so it was just like started out as a friendship, and we've been together ever since. I just never wanted to stop talking to him, so that's kind of like where we are now. We've been married for 5 years, and we got engaged after I graduated college. During college, we actually didn't really play video games at all. I still played Sims a little bit, but like we never really talked about it. I had my PS3 like in school, and then he would play Fortnite and stuff like that, and I would watch him play, but it was like in his dorm room with his other guy friends, and I never played. Like it was just kind of there. Yeah, so we've never really that wasn't something that we initially bonded on. We did not have a lot of money or anything like that, and Matt graduated earlier than me, so I was in school still, and I was working like 3 jobs at the time while in college full time. So we were just really busy, and he was also working on rigs. He was a drilling fluids engineer, so like he was gone a lot, and it was just like a long distance relationship for like a lot of the time. That's kind of how we ended up in North Carolina, because we wanted to get out of that lifestyle. We were in Houston, Texas after I graduated college, had no money. Our apartment got broken into. We lived in some crappy areas. We were doing everything we could to try to make money and just figure out life. And so for our pastime, what we liked doing, because we didn't want to go anywhere, we didn't want to, you know, do things like that, we would just play video games. And so we started playing Call of Duty Warzone because we had talked about it, and I had told him that I grew up playing Call of Duty, but he didn't really like take it seriously until like COVID happened, and then we started playing Call of Duty more, and then we were playing with our friend Josh online, and then we started playing Red Dead Redemption, which I love that game. It's one of my favorite games ever. And so we just got really into like the story games and playing Call of Duty, and that's kind of how we started really like gaming a lot more. That became one of our big hobbies, and we were like, why didn't we figure this out earlier? Because we could have been doing this for like, at that point, like 4 years. So that's kind of how we got started. We ended up going to, I think, Walmart and buying me an Xbox because Matt played on Xbox, and all I had at the time was my PS3, so it was pretty outdated. So that's whenever we started playing. I had my little tiny TV that I took with me to college, and we kept that, and Matt would play on that, and I would play on the living room TV, and we would just set up right next to each other, and it was a lot of fun. It was what we did pretty much every single night for several years, really until last year when we built our PCs. That was like the starting point of everything else that we've been doing since then. And now let me wrap up my side real quick. So we got my PC, we have my pushing in the inside of my PC, which is super cute. And then we have my Jellycat Cloud, which I am a huge fan of Jellycat. I had Jellycats when I was younger, and I still have them, and now I have this one. We have my Hello Kitties, and more Jellycat marshmallows, and some more Hello Kitty things, and my Nido, and then this is my keyboard. It's the Grabstar, and it is super creamy. It's really cool. It like changes colors. I love the keys. They kind of remind me of ice cubes, and they're like super creamy. That's pretty much the gist of my setup. I have like a bunch of random things that don't really relate to my setup, like all my plushies, and there's like roller skates and stuff, but like that doesn't really go with my setup. So that's pretty much the theme. All the tech is the same as Matt's side, so it's pretty much the same. But now we can go over to our other room, which is our cozy game console room. This is our console room. It's actually our makeshift living room. We have it in the second bedroom, and we decided to switch the PC room from being in the second bedroom like it was last year to having it in the living room, because we actually like having a really small living room. We like having like the cozy space to where we can like see the TV up close, and we play a lot of games like Red Dead or GTA, Cyberpunk, like things like that in this room. And then we also have my Switch. On the shelf we have more Smyskies. We have some cute little like characters, and these are all of my old games. So I was a PlayStation girl growing up. I had a PS2 and I had a PS3. I play, oh my gosh, these are getting really color faded. We should actually move these. That's actually really bad. Holy crap. I just realized that. Anyway. I'm ruining my games. These are all my Sims games that I've kept, and I have more PlayStation games that are just like in a box, but these are the ones that kind of like, I don't know, I just think they look cool. So we have these sitting out. I also have my PlayStation 2 literally set up like underneath the TV. The kind of games I played growing up was Call of Duty Zombies, GTA, lots of Sims. I played Super Mario Bros, Nintendo games. I never had a Wii, but I played like Nintendo DS. I had a Game Boy. I played like random games on there like Hello Kitty and SpongeBob and Throwville and like the Tony Hawk skater games, stuff like that. Oh, and Need for Speed Underground, that was like one of my favorites. So here we have the PlayStation 5, which we actually just got recently because we wanted to play Ghost of Yotai. And so we don't actually have a PS4, we skipped that generation, but then we also have my Switch right here. We have more pushings over here. And this is our cool donut lamp from IKEA that lights up really cool. I'll show you. And then we've got plants, these are real. And this is our other fridge. This is our first fridge that we got because in our old apartment, we actually had a projector set up and we would play games on that. So we put a mini fridge in that room. And we have in here, I can't really open it all the way because there's not enough space, but we got more Red Bull, we have Alani, we have Olipop, we have Prime. That's pretty much it. All of our Xboxes are also down here as well. And Matt is gonna tell you about our new setup over here.
This is our new setup that we have made. This monitor is probably the coolest monitor that I have ever seen. I've never thought I would have a monitor like this, or we would have a monitor like this, but again, this was part of a collaboration. And if there's anything that we want you to take from this, guys, this video, is to start posting on social media. A lot of this stuff that we have in here was from these opportunities just because we started posting about it. And we want to encourage you that you can do the same thing. Because again, we came from nothing. We came from nothing. Our whole life that we have started to develop was because of our development in social media and to be able to share things to people in an effective way. So let that be a lesson to you guys. Please take that from us and be an encouragement. So these two setups here are based around the fact that we want to start doing more AI stuff. As you can see, we have two Mac Minis, one for me and one for Meg over there. And we really want to be able to develop really cool things Yes, Meg, we just got her this yesterday. This is a Japanese Misty's Psyduck PSA 10. And this is a really fun thing that we just started to get back into our cards. So we're going to pause on the tech talk for a second, just kind of get into how we're excited about these kind of things. We were into cards for a little bit in 2020 during like, you know, COVID and when people were really getting back into Pokemon and stuff. But we took a break on that. There was just a lot of things going on in life. And that was something that we didn't want to commit a lot of time to anymore or resources. And then we just recently did a collaboration with our friends at Triangle Area Trading Cards. And we got to be able to just open packs. It's been super fun, and it's a hobby that we're getting back into. So you're going to be seeing a lot more Pokemon content, which you already have long form already because we have a lot of fun opening boxes and whatnot.
What are your favorite Pokemons?
I think my favorite Pokemon right now, I have no idea why, but I think it's Dragonite. He's just like a wise, like jolly, you know, big old dragon dinosaur. I really don't know why. But I'm enjoying him, and Meg's liking Psyduck, Clefairy, Pawmon, which is this right here, and this is actually very cool. So we just got these yesterday. These are from Pokemon blind boxes that are Chinese. So you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? So it came in a circular container. You did not know what you were going to get. Similar to all the other blind box opportunities out there like Labubu's. Meg was really hoping that she got the Pawmon one. I actually opened up the Pawmon one. She quickly snatched it from me.
I took it.
Which is totally okay. And what's really cool about this is it comes with a card, and the card fits in this magnetic case that it gave you too. These paws, they have magnets in them. So it's designed to set this up somewhere, and it's going to hold the card of itself. Like, how cool is that? So Meg got
I'm also a big Squidward fan, so I have my Squidward right there.
Yeah, I don't know why. She just like took the persona of Squidward for some reason.
I like Squidward.
Which is okay. So let's start talking about just a little bit about the tech and a little bit about what we have for this setup here. This is very unfinished in terms of like the aesthetic. We're gonna go for a Frutiger Arrow theme, which is like this blue and green, like think like Windows 2000s-esque.
Kind of like how this vibe is right here. That's the only thing that's like coming together.
Right. So we have her Mac Mini, we have my Mac Mini, and on both these we are, Pierre
Okay,
just jumped up into his tower here, which is right next to us, and that's his cool little display there. But, so Meg has her Mac Mini, I have mine. We both have Claude AI running on these things, and it's doing a lot for us. It's been really, really awesome. In our use cases, we're just kind of dumping our brains onto these things because we have a lot of social media pages that we're balancing and things.
I've been building websites.
Meg's building websites. I am doing card tracker analysis. We're doing so many things. It's been really, 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 really fun. And I think it's been taking our social media game and our business to the next level, which we're really excited to keep going with. So we got two of those. And then we have, she also has a Keychron keyboard. This thing is dense.
I love this keyboard.
It is very dense.
And it sounds amazing. Like, I love typing on this.
It's so good. We have Glorious Mice,
I guess.
These were also part of a collaboration. Shout out to Glorious. These are very, very nice. Mice?
Mice? I think it's just mice.
Oh, look, you typed in your password here, like just random letters and things.
Oh, whoops.
Okay. So, why did we get a singular desk that has these two monitors? So, one thing you're going to know about us is we like to do everything together. In the past, I was working 2 weeks away on drilling rigs out in West Texas or in Pennsylvania or Ohio, and I was gone for 2 weeks at a time. And I did go to school for petroleum engineering, so I knew that this was a possibility of something that I could get into. It's not that I didn't enjoy the job, but I was gone. And I did that for 4 years. I was working to get into the office, but over time, that just didn't work out. And it was really, really, really hard to try to transition into another job in the oil field at that time. Not saying that I couldn't have eventually. We're really feeling like it wasn't the kind of life that we wanted. And what that did, though, while I was gone, it actually made us a lot closer, which kind of sounds contradictory, but we just really have always wanted to be together. We wanted to spend as much time as we could together, and we wanted to eventually work together. Because for us, the point of being married and being with the person that you love and being around is to spend time with them and to really share in those experiences of life. And we really believe that. And it goes to everything that we have designed in our life and in the way that we live. So, and that has led to a lot of the decisions that we have made, and, you know, putting our PCs next to each other. And we're originally, when we were sitting right next to each other with our consoles, and I was playing on a 19-inch TV and Meg was playing on our living room, like
This TV actually right here.
Yeah, we loved it. We absolutely loved it. We had nothing else in the world that we'd rather be doing at that point, and we did not have anything else really. Like, we were very in debt. We were trying to figure out pretty much every month, like, how are we going to do this? And we're saying this because we want to encourage you. We know that a lot of people see the posts that we make and they think, wow, they must have it all, or, you know, even have comments like they're nepo babies, nepotism, or daddy's paying for their power bills, or whatever. And it's not true. I'm just saying that outright. We've worked very, very hard, and we put a lot of faith in God to carry us and help us understand where we're supposed to be in life. So this is not through our own hard work. It is through alignment with God and having faith that everything's going to work out just the way it needs to. And we are a living proof of that testament. So take that and really believe in that, because it has brought us to where we are in life and where we're going to go to. Wrapping this up, this is a rough draft of what it will be. It'll be, again, this Fruitiger arrow theme. We will put stuff up on the walls, probably some Pokemon card in cool frames up on the walls too that match the theme, because there's these really cool like frames that you can get that match this, because there's things
and
like...
Psyduck is actually like Fruitiger arrow already, so it kind of works.
Right, lots of blues and greens. I actually just bought a frame from Etsy where we will be able to put this into it, and it brings out this illustration fully into like a picture frame. There's a lot of things out there like that. So it's gonna be really cool to design and add like one of our hobbies into kind of the design theme of things too. But yeah, picture like, you know, some lights up on the walls, or like, you know, some more RGB and things like that. Yeah, this is the kind of workstation that we have. It is a singular desk. I think it's like 88 inches wide. But this chair was part of a collaboration as well. This one was the first one that we bought.
That one I bought on Amazon.
Yeah, this is the first one that Meg bought whenever we made our first setups. Honestly, not a bad chair though. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with not having all the nicest stuff. And we talk about a lot of things, and they're great to have, but it's okay with what you have too. But it is okay to get excited about, you know, something that you want in the future as well. So don't be upset with where you're currently at. Don't ever be upset with that.
And this is Pierre. Say hi. We got Pierre when we moved to Houston, Texas. I had just graduated a couple months prior, and we adopted him from Houston SPCA. He was a little tiny, cute little kitten, and I don't know exactly how old he was, but he was very, very small. And so we say his birthday is in November, because that's approximately the time that he was born. And he was absolutely wild. He has orange cat energy, still does. And he had a little scar on the side of his side whenever we got him. He had been found with a fish hook in his side, poor little guy. So he had been through a lot at a very young age. But we have been living with him happily ever since. And he is now 6 years old, which is kind of crazy. It's been that long already.
And what's fun is that we try to put him into a lot of our content. Ow, he's biting me and he's scratching me a lot. So we think it's really fun that we gave him his own setup, because cats love to mimic their owners and to do what they do.
And he loves to like be right with us all the time. For a long time, it was just Pierre and I whenever Matt was gone. So he got really used to like, you know, being with me and just wanting to like, you know, cuddle all the time and all that stuff. So he still does that. So he's a little cutie.
And then we will introduce you to our other
Beanie.
Beautiful little pet. Beanie, come here.
Beanie is kind of like super chill and likes to just kind of do her own thing.
Yeah. So Beanie is our Siberian. Come here, Beanie girl. She's so cute.
She'll usually either be laying down on the rugs or kind of just hanging out. She's very chill. She's very quiet for a husky. We got her when we moved to North Carolina. So it's like this interesting theme we have going on. When we move to a new state, we get a new pet. So, but yes, she is now 4 years old, and she's super chill, super quiet.
She is so fluffy. She sheds fur everywhere.
Yep.
And so does Pierre, actually.
Pierre does, but it's not as noticeable. Bees
Right.
is like fluffy blobs everywhere.
But she is a sweetheart. She's probably the nicest dog I've ever seen. And for a husky, like Meg said, she actually does not make any noise. She doesn't howl. She doesn't cry. She doesn't scream like other huskies do. We didn't like pick her for that reason. It's just how she turned out to be.
Yeah, she was just, it's like her personality has been the same since we first met her, which is so funny.
She's
When
so
you look
chill.
back at photos and stuff, like in videos, she looks the same. She gives the same looks.
It's so true. Now we have other parts of our apartment that we wanted to make like really gamer feel. So we have like this high-rise gamer apartment that no one else has ever seen in the world. And we wanted to have this fun little section over here. And this has like this ramen sign, these like really cool artwork that are framed here. We got this from a Red Bull jukebox event that we got to be a part of. It's this kind of like open mic-ish kind of thing.
Wrote a song.
Meg wrote a song.
Wrote a country song. It was really fun.
Really, really fun. And that was in Nashville in 2025 in like November-ish. This light is from IKEA. As you can see, we have Smyskies everywhere.
We got a record player. We got little bear. I got Matt this for, what was it, Christmas?
I think it's Christmas.
And then I thought it looked like Pierre. It's actually Garfield, but it's like a little Pierre. Skateboard. It's kind of just like aspects of our personality, all like in decor form, I guess.
And this mirror broke the internet. This has millions and millions of views as we posted about it. And why did we get this? I just want to give this a brief rundown because we originally went to IKEA and bought one with the intention of it showing like this cool display, this fisheye lens camera view almost. And we knew that we'd have a cool, city view in the back, but it was like metal and it was scratchy and it looked really, really foggy. It was actually a really big disappointment.
Yeah, it was one of those things that like, it looked really cool in IKEA when we saw it. We're like, wow, this is amazing. And then we brought it home. We're like, oh, it's actually really tiny and really crappy looking.
Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why don't I just buy one of those giant corner mirrors that are in parking decks? So I went on Amazon and I did that. It came with like this weird attachment on the back that I just took off completely, but it's because it actually is mounted on like the wall and like a,
Yeah, that's actually what it's
like
meant
a parking deck. So I took that off, hung it up on the wall, made a video about it, and literally we have sent thousands and thousands of DMs to people who are asking for the link for this thing because I don't know. I feel like we just kind of changed the perspective of something new that you can add to your apartment that's really unique. So this is really cool. Over here, it's just a fun little corner. This is part of one of the parts of the couch that we have. It's kind of split up into two spots. But again, it's a fun little themed area. And this is mainly, we just sit and read or whatever here. But Meg plays a lot of bass.
Yeah, I play bass guitar there.
So she sits there. She'll play bass. We'll sometimes get content there or whatnot. But that's another part of the little corner. And the last part I want to show you is the coffee area.
And these are more of my Squishmallows, which you don't really see on camera as much. So they're here, Squishmallows, and there's a whole Squishmallow wall back here that I have Squishmallows of, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's behind the camera. There's keyboards stacked. That's our kitchen, the food and stuff.
Yep.
Obviously, we're real people. It's not perfect. Life's not, a movie scene where it's perfection. But this is one of our other favorite spots. Every morning starts here. Okay?
Coffee.
I'll wake up and I will do the entire process of making a latte for Meg and I. That includes weighing the beans, prepping them properly, spraying them with a little bit of water, putting them in here. This is a Breville machine. It grinds the beans and it makes espresso. Espresso is only made by having built up pressure, so it's really important that if you want a latte, you have to have that pressure kind of element to it. Meg just got this really cool mug display. I think it's cool if you put her cute mugs up here. Here's another little Smicey. He fell down.
Yeah.
But
we got them kind of everywhere. They're hidden.
Yeah, they're kind of hidden, which is why we like them. There's one there. There's one there. He's kind of putting his pants on to start the day. Oh wait, this thing right here though,
Oh yeah.
This thing gets overlooked because we're used to seeing it, but this is probably one of the coolest things in our apartment as well. I personally love the Red Bull fridge, and I love this thing. This is an optical illusion that you can put into your own house. So when you move around, it looks like the square, the cube is moving with you, but it's just the optical illusion. It's obviously tucked in and put on the wall. Very cool. That's from, I think it's called Wonder Machines. Not a collaboration, but
Oh, they're trying to play right now. What are you doing?
look at her tail. And guys, that's really it. You got a good background of who we are and how we got started. Obviously, there's more to the story, which we're gonna give you an honest rundown of us, our space, why we did things the way we did, the tech we have. And, you know, going forward, we still wanna be one of your favorite gamer couples out there. We wanna stream more, we wanna provide more opportunities to you know, connect with people and to share our life and, you know, bring an awesome community together. So that is a snippet into our life.
Yeah, little gist. Yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe because we will be posting more videos and more fun gaming things and Pokemon and all kinds of stuff like that.